In the last year, I've helped over 4 channels get to over 100,000 subscribers from scratch. And I did this using a simple 3-step roadmap that any small YouTuber can follow to get your first 1,000, 10,000, and eventually 100,000 subscribers. And this process works every single time, but you have to work too. And if you give me the next 17 minutes, I will show you step by step how to start and grow past each of these 3 milestones faster than 99% of people. Just like I did with this channel, growing him to over 100,000 subscribers in just 6 months. Because when you start to understand how YouTube actually works, growing starts to feel easy. Now, our journey to 100,000 subscribers starts with our first 1,000. I'm about to show you the real way to hit 1,000 subscribers fast. And once you understand what I'm about to show you, you'll be able to hit 1,000 subscribers in the next 30 days. Just like I did on this exact channel, going from 0 to over 1,000 subscribers in under a month. You see, it all comes down to an ancient Japanese concept called Ikigai. When you're starting any YouTube channel, you need to check all of these boxes. What you love, what the world needs, what you can be paid for, and what you're good at. When you combine all of these, you create the perfect niche on YouTube. For example, I love YouTube. I'm pretty good at it now, I can be paid for it, and there's a lot of other people who want to learn how to do it. This means that not only will I enjoy making the videos, but it has the potential to reach millions and millions of people. But if you're making content about coffee shops in Durham, North Carolina, there just isn't enough people who need that content in order for you to get 100,000 subscribers. However, a channel about coffee shops in New York is a completely different story. But even on that channel, you probably wouldn't expect to hit 10 million subscribers. You need to choose a niche that has enough people for you to get a silver play button. Then make sure that it checks off the other 3 boxes. Now that you have a niche, it's time for you to start making videos. And to be honest, to get your first 1,000 subscribers, it doesn't really matter if your editing, scripting, or storytelling is the best. The one thing that will grow you fast is the concept of outliers. Now, outliers are videos that got a lot of views on a channel that doesn't have a lot of subscribers. It's videos like this, and this. You can remake these in almost any niche and they almost always get a lot of views. And there are 2 ways to find these outlier concepts. Now, the first option is completely free. You can go on YouTube, look through all the channels that are in similar niches to yours under 100,000 subscribers, sort by most popular, and find videos that got way more views than they have subscribers. Then take the title and thumbnail of this video and transfer it over to your niche. I'll show you the whole process right now.
So now that you know exactly what niches you need to look at in order to find ideas, let me show you how this whole thing works. So for example, let's say my niche is WAP clipping, just like this. Like I tried clipping for 48 hours. So you already have this due to that sheet that I gave you, but the same desire on here would be they want to make money, right? That's the very similar desire. So I would look in other niches where they want to make money. I would look in dropshipping. I would look at what's working right now. Beginner's Guide to Dropshipping in 2025. So that's a really good video. And what we can look for is see if that's actually an outlier. What you want to do is you want to go here, look at the average views in all of his videos, like 100, 21K, 151K, 400K. And if we find that one, 777,000. That is a pretty good outlier. Maybe not like a crazy one, but it's like a 2 to 3x more views than his other videos. So that's probably a pretty good one to make if we do a similar title. So Beginner's Guide to WAP Clipping in 2025, right? Very, very easy concept to transfer over. Now let's go back to dropshipping. Here, make sure it's on videos. Then what we can do is look for other ones. So let's look for other popular ones, 13K, 10K, 59K, 19K, 134K, and then this one, 570K. I tried WAP clipping for a week, raw results. So that is a very, very good video to model because it essentially got so many more views than all of his other videos. And it still has the same desire as our viewer avatar.
Now, if you find and make these outlier videos, you will hit 1,000 subscribers fast. There was a study done by vidIQ that looked at thousands of YouTube channels and figured out how many videos did they have to post in order to hit 1,000 subscribers on average. And they found that on average, it took 39 videos. But there's a strategy that I did on this channel and other channels like this, and this that allows you to get 1,000 subscribers after only posting 5 videos. And it looks like this. The first of these 5 videos is a YouTube VSL. And what this is essentially a video to either get people to subscribe or get people to buy. So what this video should be is essentially a video where you convince people to either purchase your product or to subscribe to your channel. So you can either lead with a ton of value and give a really good argument about why they should become a subscriber. And what that is going to do is it's going to turn a lot of people from viewers into subscribers. And then what we're going to do is we are going to push every single person who comes on any of our other YouTube videos that are just meant to get views, bring them to this video that's meant to take them from a stranger to a subscriber or to a buyer if you run a business, and it's going to take them down that process and show them why they need to be here. So this is the first one. It's literally just like a 10-20 minute video where you basically call out the person. You're like, hey, you're in this scenario, you have these problems, you have these solutions, these are how I handle these solutions and how I show you how to handle these solutions. And then you say, here's why you should subscribe or why you should buy. That is the VSL. The next type of video that you should make is a free course video. Now, this is an extremely long video. It can be 18 hours, 24 hours. For example, this one by Jordan Bound was 18 hours and 30 minutes, and I got 4.8 million views on pretty much a dead channel. He didn't really have any other videos that did well before he posted this one. This video is extremely hard to make, but if you do it, it will break your market and it will get a ton of views and it will add a ton of value. So it will turn people from viewers into subscribers, and it will also go viral in and of its own, right? So you could make this video in your space and instantly get 100,000 views, 1 million views, 10 million views. And you could both make a ton of money from it or just get a ton of subscribers from it. The next video that you should do when you launch your channel is a story video. Now, this video is extremely easy to make. It's like a 15-minute video where you just call to action and be like, hey, DM me on Instagram. This is just a 10-15-minute video where you explain how you got started and whatever you're talking about. So let's say you're talking about making sourdough bread. You can do a story video about how you started making sourdough bread, and that's going to be extremely effective. And the good thing about this video, especially if you sell some sort of product, or even if you're just launching your channel from scratch, is it's not very salesy. It introduces who you are, and it's a very easy watch, and it basically makes people start to build that relationship with you, which keeps them coming back again and again on your channel and actually turning into a subscriber. So whether you're just trying to grow on YouTube or if you're a business owner, this video is still extremely powerful for both, and I would recommend any channel to make it. The next video that you want to make is a challenge video. Now, this is one of our videos that we did for one of our clients, Eric. It's his most popular video ever, 22,000 views, and it's simply a challenge where he doesn't sleep until he books 30 appointments, right? To, grow a business, right? So all he does in this video is he's sitting there and he keeps cold calling people. He's like, hey, let's book an appointment, let's book an appointment, let's book an appointment. And you see the ups and downs of him trying to set all of these meetings at once. And it's really, really good because you actually show people what the actual process is behind getting the result that they want. So you're not just telling them how to get it, you're showing them how to get it. So let's go back to that sourdough example. You could essentially make a challenge where you try to bake the best sourdough from you and all of your friends. That is going to be very, very engaging as people can see how you actually go about baking a really good sourdough in a more entertaining format. And this video creates a ton of trust for you because you're showing the entire process end to end. The next video that you want to post is simply just post a lot of outlier videos. So everything that we just talked about in the ideation section, you just want to go viral. You already have the base of your channel built out. You can add that story video to your channel trailer. You can add that VSL to returning viewers, and you can just make outlier concepts that are meant to go viral, meant to get views, and point them back to those other videos. These are the videos that create awareness and actually really build your channel. So it's time, after you've got those first 4 videos done, to focus on these. If you post these 5 videos first, you are almost guaranteed to hit 1,000 subscribers because these videos are the spark to the gunpowder that will blow up your channel and allows you to shortcut your way out of small channel prison that most creators stay stuck in for years. Now, most YouTubers follow this path. They start, get a little bit of traction, and think that they have cracked the algorithm. But then reality sets in. 1,000 to 10,000 subscribers is called the trial stage. Think of it like a hero trying to slay dragons. But first, he must go through periods of immense training, learning how to fight with a sword and a spear, and train his muscles to be strong. The 1,000 to 10,000 subscriber stage is the training period that you will have to go through in order to level up and reach 100,000 subscribers. And the first skill that you will need to master in these YouTube trials is storytelling. Now, I want you to think about storytelling like a river with logs floating down it. The story is constantly moving, and the viewer needs to hop from log to stay afloat. Each log is like a piece of your story. Let's say you have a video where you're telling the viewer about a time that you went to the grocery store. You got into the car, but there was traffic. You thought, am I gonna make it in time? You get to the grocery store 5 minutes before closing, buy your food, and head back home. This story makes sense, but what if I told the story like this? You got in the car, you bought your food, and went back home. Now there's a huge gap in the story. Where is he going? What is he doing? And how does he get his food? And this is the key lesson for storytelling. Always think about how can I make sure that the viewer will follow along without confusion and without missing any steps. Now, the second skill that you need to level up on your quest to get 10,000 subscribers is editing. And a complete beginner can learn to become a better editor than 99% of creators by just understanding 3 things. You simply don't need all of those crazy animations. You just need the basics, which starts with your initial cut. You see, a good edit is fast and clean, meaning there is no room for long pauses. you always want to cut on the very last frame that you stop talking and start on the very first frame where you start talking again. Then you want to layer that by adding some motion into the edit. Do some slow zooms or cut in on your face to add a little bit of movement, because movement keeps viewers engaged. So adding it in your videos will improve retention significantly. The final piece of the editing puzzle is showing what you're telling. Whenever you mention something, you really want to show it. Just like when I mentioned how to train your dragon, I show it. Now this can be done with B-roll, it can be done with a screen recording, or it can be done with an iPad, or any other visual element that shows what you're talking about in action. This is not just adding text on the screen repeating what you're saying, but showing what you are talking about in every way possible. Now the final skill of the 10,000 subscriber level is your packaging or your title and thumbnail. Master this and you will be ready to hit your next milestone within the next 90 days. This is exactly how long it took me to get this channel from 0 to 10,000 subscribers. And there's a simple strategy that I've been using recently that's allowed me to create irresistible packaging that forces viewers to click. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you what it is, how it works, and how you can use it to finally blow up your YouTube channel. We need to go over the biggest mistake in YouTube thumbnails. You see this thumbnail right here? This is one of my good friends, Mehdi. He has so many elements on his screen. He has a stripe dashboard with 3 different views. So 1, 2, 3. Then he has 2 separate bubbles that pull your focus. 1, 2. Then he has a Typeform form, which is like right back here. And then he has a funnel, which is over here. And then he has the person himself, Mr. Mehdi himself. And then he has the text, My Strategy, on here. In total, there are 9 focus points on this thumbnail, but you only have about 0.02 seconds to catch somebody's attention on the homepage. And unfortunately, with this many elements, someone is going to scroll right past. To fix this, you need to understand the 3-element rule. And this is my Picasso level drawing of a 3-element rule thumbnail. So you have the person, you have the money here. So this is for a make money video. You have the person, you have a dashboard with their sales, and then you have the text in 90 days. And if you look at the top YouTubers in the world, they all do this. Iman Gaji right here. One person, car, money. Ali Abdaal, 1 person, keyboard, and words per minute. Jack Hopkins, he only has 2. 1, 2. Super, super simple. And you'll see this across the board. If you look at anybody who's actually doing really, really good views, you'll see that they have 3 or less elements on their thumbnails. Congratulations, you have passed level 2. But the next level is where things get serious. Going from 10,000 to 100,000 subscribers is like the final boss of YouTube. It's where you start making money, where you think about quitting your job, and it's where people start to see you as a real YouTuber, because your skill and time have finally caught up with who you are really meant to be. And if you master the next 3 skill sets that I'm about to show you, it will allow you to get a silver play button delivered right to your doorstep. It all starts with mastering the most important skill on YouTube: ideas. That's right, your ideas are what separates you from all of the competition. It's how I've made videos like this, and this that keep getting me thousands of views every single month. You need to separate your ideas into 2 buckets: evergreen and viral videos. Evergreen videos are videos that are meant to keep getting views forever, but viral videos are videos that are meant to pop off and then flatline forever. Both are key, and the process of coming up with them looks like this. For evergreen videos, you want to look at outliers that are longer and more educational based that people will watch forever. How to start a YouTube channel for beginners, how to bake a perfect loaf of sourdough, how to get a 6-pack without tracking calories. These videos should make up around 50% of the content that you are creating, because they will constantly drive views and turn your channel into an exponential rocket ship. But the next videos that you want to make are viral videos. These are usually based on hype, but they do very, very well in the short term. For example, this video right here is about a new algorithm update that's affecting YouTubers right now. These are more news videos for your industry, or one-off, more shorter videos that aren't necessarily guides or tutorials. So you want to essentially look for outlier videos, come up with around 100 ideas per week, and aim to get around half of them in that evergreen category and half of them in that short-term category. Because this is the hard work that is really required to grow a YouTube channel. Mr. Beast does around 1,000 to 10,000 ideas for every single one video that he makes. Now he already has a huge team built around it, but for you, 100 ideas a week is enough. You're now already getting views, but if you'd like to skyrocket your growth even farther, you can start to reach out to other YouTubers around your size for collabs. What I want you to do is propose a video trade-off with them. I want you to do one video on their channel where you present about half of the video, and then one on your channel where they do another half. This allows you to both link back to each other's channels and grow together. And it also starts to build relationships within your industry, which can lead to sponsorships or brand deals down the line. The final and one of the most important steps to getting 100,000 subscribers is understanding how to get content out faster. So instead of posting 1 video per week, go to 2 and increase your quality. Now, I know that sounds impossible, but this is where you become a real YouTube channel and where you start start to grow 2 to 3 to 4 to 10 to 100 times as fast. You need to build a team, and you need to remove yourself from lower leverage tasks, not just to save you time, but to actually make the videos better. The first hire for any YouTube channel should be a thumbnail designer, and get someone good who's been making thumbnails for years. Aim to spend around 50 USD at the start per thumbnail, and then level it up as you go along. Now, I know you can go on Fiverr or Upwork and find someone for $5 to $10, but you're just not going to get good results, and it's going to destroy all the effort that you're putting into your videos. Pay for someone good, and I can guarantee you it will pay off 100 times over. This saves you 1 to 2 hours a week and gets you more views because your CTR is going to be way higher. And I'm not kidding, this one hire can literally 10x your views. The next is hire an editor, and this can save you 10 plus hours a week. I would aim to spend around $300 to $400 on a 10-minute talking head video. That will get you a great edit, and it will make your videos so much better than they were before. And this lets you focus on what really matters: your ideas, your scripts, your storytelling. Now, you don't really need to hire any more than that. As your income grows, these hires will pay for themselves 10 times over. And huge shout out to my team, Amir, Arjun, and Andrew, for all that they do for these videos. I absolutely love YouTube, and I want to help 1,000 people get to over 100,000 subscribers. And that's why I put together a completely free YouTube course with over 6 hours of content that shows you everything that you need to grow in order to start and blow up your channel in 2025. We give away everything step by step on how you can build a 100,000 subscriber YouTube channel completely for free. So watch this video next, where I'll show you what you'll learn, how to get access, and how you can use the information inside to get 100,000 subscribers in the next year. Thanks, and have a great day.
All right, so I'm currently at my dashboard on smmshiba.com, and do not get confused by the website names. SMM Shiba and SMM Dodge are actually the same website. So all you have to do once you've created yourself an account here is to go on list, click on this category icon, select, and here you want to select something, basically any option that says from with video. So I'm going to choose this one right here. And this should be already fine. 2014, 2017. Yeah. Now I'm going to click on buy, confirm. And now you can go onto your product orders, and you will see this is pending. All right. The order is now completed. This didn't even take 2 minutes. What you want to do now is you want to copy that ID, and we want to be organized, right? Especially if we have multiple channels, you will not find them again. So make sure to save it somewhere.